not knowing or friend at the time had told him that I don't understand the language of the people and I'm not going to be able to speak with the people. So why would someone I call a friend be trying so hard to prevent me from really getting what I need at the time? So I stayed in a hotel for 2 weeks. A friend who would not want you to prosper, do well, is not a friend, not even a friend, anyone at all around you who doesn't want you to get to their level but always wants you to be down there so that they'll be the ones to be giving you peanuts. The person is not a good human being. If you are in such a situation or such a relationship with someone like that, you better end it now, because that person doesn't have your good at heart. Hey guys, and a warm welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Estelle, and yeah, nice to meet you. To the OGs, thank you so much for your unwavering support. And if you've not subscribed, why don't you subscribe and give this video a massive thumbs up. Today is a story time. I want to tell you guys how I've been vindicated. Yes, vindicated. So I had this friend where we worked together and we became friends from there, because you know, both of us had gone abroad to do our masters, and we did our masters in a similar course and all that, so we had some similarities, so we just became friends over time. Then she moved on to get a different job, and I had also moved on to go to law school. If you've not watched that video where I went to law school and I had to quit because of some reasons I gave, I might link it here. Go watch that video to see the reasons, because I would need those reasons to complete this story. Yeah, you'll need to know those reasons to fully understand this story that I'm telling. So she got a new job, and I was in law school for some time, and because of the reasons I gave in that video, I had to look for a job. Okay, and so another friend linked me to someone, and there was an opportunity, there was a vacancy, so they asked me to bring my resume or my CV. I sent my resume, and later I heard that she also brought someone else's resume. That wasn't even a cause of concern. Then later, the guy that was working on my resume called me, and he was asking me that he's been told that I do not really understand the local language of the area or the jurisdiction that the work is stationed, and because my field is something gonna deal with the local people directly, he needed to be sure that I can communicate in that language. And so I told him I can, for everyday conversations, I can, because the job is not something that will require me to be speaking in parables or to be speaking in an adage or adages, you understand, which will require me to know the language as someone who originates from an indigene. The job is not something that will require me to be an indigene, to know the details of maybe the languages as old people speak it. No, just everyday conversation I could. So I told him that. Not knowing, he mentioned to me that this particular lady or friend at the time had told him that I don't understand the language of the people and I'm not going to be able to speak with the people. Like, you're my friend, why are you trying so hard to prevent me from getting this job that I so much need so badly? And even that, before all these job things started, I communicated with her. I told her, oh, I'm job searching and all that. I'm quitting school. But mind you, I did not give her the details of why I was quitting law school. She said, no, you're almost done. Stay there. Do not quit. Stay there and all that. So all these things going on, I was thinking to myself, why would someone I call a friend be trying so hard to prevent me from really getting what I need at the time? I thought about it and I didn't understand. Mind you, she was doing so well. The job was very well paying. So on one of my birthdays, she sent me 200 CDs at the time, and I was like, oh my god, she remembered me and gave me this amount of money. Wow, she's done well. I was happy. Mind you, I'm not despising the amount of money she gave me. No, I was happy. But to think that she was earning so much money and wanted me to stay there so she could be giving me peanuts, as birthday gifts and all that. I'm coming down to why I'm saying this. I'll refer to this part of the video when I get to why I am saying this. Okay, so I went for the interview because of all these things she did. I went for the interview. It was in another region, and I went to sleep in a hotel. I slept in the hotel, got the interview, went back home. Even the day I went for the interview, no, it was a return trip. I went for the interview in the morning, and then I returned back home. I got home really late. I got back to Accra really late, and I passed by her office to even tell her, oh, I came for an interview, blah blah blah, and all that, and I left. When I had the job, I didn't have a place to stay, so I stayed in a hotel for 2 weeks. So I was commuting from the hotel to the job until I found a place. And even that finding of a place is a different story for another day, because you guys, it was hell. Then later I heard that she was complaining bitterly to other people that what kind of friend would come to a place where her friend is and would not even let her know or come and stay with her and go stay in a hotel. I had my reasons for staying in a hotel, you guys. Someone who didn't want you to even get a job, why would you go and stay with a person? Why would you? So because of all these scenarios and all these things that had gone on, when I finally got the job, I kept my distance. When I see her, I say hello. When I see her, I say hi. She says hello. And that was it. The friendship had ended. So it was just like, oh, hello, hi, hello, hi. Do you guys understand? Yeah, because if you don't have good intentions for me, and I don't know what kind of friend you are, all these things trying to prevent me from getting a job, it means you do not have good intentions for me. You want me to be down there so that you'll be giving me 200 CDs on my birthday for me to think that, oh my goodness, this friend is so good. This friend, no. A friend who would not want you to prosper, do well, is not a friend. Not even a friend. Anyone at all around you who doesn't want you to get to their level, but always wants you to be down there so that they'll be the ones to be giving you peanuts, the person is not a good human being. If you are in such a situation or such a relationship with someone like that, you better end it now, because that person doesn't have your good at heart. I'm telling you for a fact. Now, here's the reason why I'm saying that. Even after I got employed, sometimes I write a report. My report would have to go into her final report before they submit. One day I was there and she called me and she was fuming with anger. I'm not writing the reports properly. This is not why I was employed. The previous person wasn't doing great, was being abysmal. That's why the previous person wasn't writing the report properly. That's why I was employed to do it better, but I was still repeating what she was doing. She was just talking to me anyhow, and I told her, what do you mean by that? Do you have to compare me to someone to make your point? Why don't you just tell me what you need to be done? Henceforth, she's not gonna try to fix my report anymore. Whatever. She talked to me so harshly and so rudely. And I told her she should listen to me. She's not my boss, or she's not the one that employed me. If she wants to make her point, she could have made it without the comparison. What was her problem? And then she dropped the call on me. She dropped the call on me. She dropped the call and sent a message. That was when she said she's not going to fix my report anymore. Henceforth, I should do what she wrote. I don't want to put a screenshot. Maybe I will, I don't know. And I told her that she cannot, she had the guts to drop the call on me. She cannot hide behind her phone to be testing me all these nonsense. I do not disrespect her, and I do not expect that from her. I do not disrespect her in any way, and I don't expect that from her. So you guys, that was the end of that friendship. But why am I telling this story? If you have a friend, you must have the good of the person at heart, okay? You need to win with your friends. We must all win together. If someone doesn't want you to win, that person is not a friend. That person is not someone who should be close to you. The person is worse than an enemy, I'm telling you. You cannot be doing well whilst your friends suffer. I do not even like that, because then the burden is going to be on you, you know, to sort them out. But if you're all winning together, that's like pride and joy. There's pride and joy in that, because you know, oh, my friend can afford this. And even if peradventure something happens to you and you're no longer where you are, your friends can support you. Do people ever think about that? Because if you're the only person up there and you fall, then what next? But if all of you are up there and one person falls, you all can contribute and lift the person up. So I'm not feeling entitled to that her money she gave me once, the 200 cedis. No, because I was in school, I wasn't working, so it was my birthday and she sent me 200 cedis. So that money she was sending me, and I was feeling, oh my goodness, she's doing, it was just, as I already said, peanuts, because she was earning so much money. Mind you, I'm not feeling entitled to her money. But later I perceived that this is the kind of person who wants to sit at the high table and wants her friends to be eating the crumbs, you know, the crumbs that fall from the table. And we do not live life like that. You should try to uplift everyone around you. If you're doing good, if you're doing better than your friends, make sure that you try to uplift everybody around you, because life, today you might be here, tomorrow you might be there. A person who wants you to win will fight for you, and strive to see you also doing well. Not those who are on top of the ladder and using their legs to push the other people down because they don't want to get to where they are. So the last time I was listening to my pastor and see the justification in this video. I will attach a video, see the justification, and I'll be right back.
Ada fe winshire bapa no e na obehunu me se ne metie medo no enye wa ho kire mu na obehu eye wo ye die mu ene ye di hu etodo obi wa ho kire mu a na so obi boa no kakra bi o je se nipa kro do no da bi ne do ne nyemra wa ho kire mu oboa kakra o eye mra wo di yi ana koma beto ne yam se di yi e ho na adi behunu do. Many of us judge love by the help they get. No, it is by the love you get, the support you get for being blessed. When the person can still imagine good for you, he truly loves you. When life starts to go well and the person really wishes that you keep going, that's love. That's love. When you shift from the thousands to the 10,000s to the 20,000s and the person is happy for you, that's love. When now you can say, I'm going to Dubai for holidays, and the person is happy for you, that is love. That's love. If you can also tell the person that my child goes to a $1 school and he's happy for you, that's love. Most of the times we judge love by when we are struggling. No. Love is really tested when you start to do well. The imaginations of people around you when you start to do well. That is where love is tested.
So you guys, what have you learned from this video? Did you see the justification in the video you just watched? Was I right to sever the relationship? Was I right to just put a stop to everything that we had, the friendship that we had? Yes, I think I've been justified. I've been vindicated, because that's like a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship, if you're with such a person, they can even poison you if you are doing well than them. They can try to harm you if you are doing better than them. So if you're in such a relationship, advise yourself. Make sure you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, you guys. Bye.